the picture. That's one big dream. That's a big dog.
I'm accessing this picture right now. Oh my gosh.
Marmaduke?
Is it Marmaduke?
I don't know. I can't see the picture.
Got the page right over there, Earl.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, right.
Can't tell his size, although he's got a big head.
Yeah, you can tell by the proportions right there.
Yeah.
Back up.
Huh?
We're back up on the air.
Okay. Oh, were we off the air?
We were off for a bit.
Oh, I didn't know we were off the air. That was some of the greatest radio that we've ever produced in the studio. And you're telling me nobody heard that? Oh my God! They heard Rick sing and me in perfect harmony.
We had it down.
Earl was beatboxing, and that was off the air. Oh my goodness! All right, Nancy's back. Are we going to do a dog?
Yes, we are.
We're going to do the dogs.
Thank you for waiting.
No, it's okay. We kept the show
We are
going.
going to show a video of Dream this morning. And a Dream is 2 months old, and she's a female. She's 72 pounds.
Oh, she is a big doggy.
And let me read a little
72
bit
is
about
large.
Dream. Dream's story is a poignant reminder of the resilience of the canine spirit. Hailing from Tennessee, the sweet girl endured the heartbreak of abandonment by her previous owners, leaving her in a state of confusion and sadness. Let's take a look at the video, Jonathan. And, before we go to the video, let me remind everyone that we do pay the adoption fee. And it
Makes a big difference.
the fee could be anywhere from $200 to $100, and it just depends on how long the dogs have been at the ranch. Okay, let's take a look at the video.
Hi, this is Dream. Dream has been with us for over 450 days. Dream's a real sweetheart. She loves going on walks. She probably would get along with older children, and only because of her size. She's a big girl. She is very lovable. She right now knows the basic command sit, but we just started working on that, so she's probably very easily trainable. She is very treat motivated, and this girl deserves a home. She's been here, like I said, for over 450 days, and she would make a great addition to any family. She does have some storm anxiety, so somebody that would be home with her would be best. She does seem to get along with other dogs, and she just wants to find a couch of her own. As we just discovered, she really likes couches and wanted to make herself at home.
She rocks that Santa Claus outfit.
Please think about coming in to meet with her. We are open 7 days a week from 10 to 5, and this girl would love nothing more than a family of her own for the holidays. Hope to meet you. So does she.
Well, that was Sue. Thank you, Sue, from Big Dog Ranch Rescue. That makes me so sad. The idea, I can't even conceive of like someone abandoning their dog, and then the effect it has on her, because she's, obviously got some anxiety. We're watching the video. You guys listening who can't see the video, it's a pretty big dog. It's like a mix. I don't know what's in that thing.
75 pounds.
75 pounds, and
She's
but
only
real
72
sweet.
pounds.
72
That's
pounds.
very important for a female, whether
Yeah.
she's 75
I'm
or
sorry.
72.
I said she's 69 pounds. 69 pounds, and she just looks just sweet, just like a little kind of move a little slow, little cautious. And they said she's probably not going to be do good in a like a multi-dog house, but a family, and it's quiet. And I think she's going to do great. Beautiful dog.
Absolutely. And she'll do real well in a home environment and a big backyard. So you can go to BigDogRanchRescue.org. You can take a look at Dream and so many other animals that they have up for adoption, including cats. So go to bigdogranchrescue.org. We are going to go to our...
And before we go to that, I just want to say one thing about Big Dog Ranch Rescue. We're talking about Dream here and the dogs being abandoned and found by the side of the road and other terrible situations. One great thing about Big Dog Ranch Rescue is they do have an adoption fee. Part of that is to, of course, support and provide for Big Dog Ranch to grow larger and be able to save more dogs. But part of that is also to show responsibility on part of the foster parents or the permanent parents that adopt the dogs. And you actually are screened if you adopt a dog at Big Dog Ranch Rescue. They check to see who you are, where you are, and they try to get an idea whether you will take care of the dog and not leave the dog out on the street because you got tired of it. Yeah. Oftentimes people will go into a rescue place, a public rescue place, pick up a dog, and a month later, 2 months later, they decide they don't want the dog, so they leave the dog by the side of the road. Big Dog Ranch Rescue prevents that by, if you're not a serious adopting parent, don't go to Big Dog Ranch Rescue because they want to be sure that this is a proper home. Rick?
I remember signing an affidavit there that if it didn't work out with Harley Quinn, I would not take her anywhere else.
They want him back.
But only back to Big Dog.
They're very serious about it, because and it is a serious thing. Especially, I'm not taking shots at younger people, but younger people often don't know what's involved when they get into pet ownership or pet parenthood, and they get the dog and it's too much. And
and some places that you go, my mother-in-law went to the animal care and control, and they tried to give her a dog that was just super hyper and insane for an elderly lady.
Right, that's
and it's
set up for disaster.
You got to match the dog to the person properly sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So Big Dog Ranch, they're pretty serious out there, very serious. They're going to do a background check and so many other things to ensure that the dog that you're interested in adopting gets a good home. And as I often mention every week, it is a no-kill shelter, the only one in the United States. We are going to go to our mystery shopping report, and our mystery shopping report is from Central Ford in Stewart, and as usual, Agent Lightning.
Didn't it used to be Advantage?
Yeah, I didn't know who Essential Ford was, but apparently recently changed hands. It was Advantage Ford for many years.
Yeah, thank you, Agent Lightning. You did another great job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm speaking in the first person as I read Stu's report. He took the information from Agent Lightning and put it into this format, which is particularly good. And I'll speak as if I were Agent Lightning. I arrived late afternoon, made it all the way into the showroom before a salesman greeted me. He seemed to be in a bit of a hurry and asked, "Have you been helped yet?" I replied, "No." He asked me to follow him over to his desk, and he'd be with me in just a moment. As promised, he returned less than 2 minutes later and asked, what are you looking to do today? I said I was looking online, trying to see what vehicles I have the best deals and incentives, and was hoping to surprise my son with a new vehicle for Christmas. He introduced himself as Scott, mentioned that he just leased a new Explorer for himself because of the deals they had. I asked, are the finance deals just as good? Because I'm not interested in leasing. He confirmed they are. In my opinion, the Explorer deals are the best right now. Scott suggested we go outside, look at the different models to see which one I like the best. After going over all of them, I decided on a new 2023 Explorer XLT in red. And of course, that's a one-year-old car, and remember that, folks. Time flies.
In a week, it's going to be...
We're in calendar year 223 now, but the 223 Explorer was
right
out.
now it's 0 years old. In 1 week, it'll be a year.
The MSRP was $44,280, which would indicate that it was on the window, which is unusual. There was no addendum. That's good news that I could see. I casually searched for the same vehicle on Essential Ford's website and saw they were offering it for sale for $41,488. That sure sounds good, doesn't it? The salesman offered for me to take it on a spin, so we went on a short test drive. When we returned, I let him know I was very interested in seeing his special pricing, which he mentioned earlier. So we went back inside. Scott gathered some information and headed off to speak with the sales manager. The games began, the back and forth, the way of buying a car we've been doing for 100 years now. A few minutes later, he returned with a sales worksheet. His top line, market value selling price, was MSRP $44,280. He added etch for $199. That's the glass etch they put on there too as a theft deterrent. Resistol for $399. That sounds like a paint protection. $1,595 for an essential package. Only God knows what that is.
It was essential.
And an $899 doc fee. These are all junk fees, folks. The real price, maybe, was $47,372, $3,092 over MSRP. I frowned and said, I thought you said you had some great deals going on. He not only said he did, but he also said he just bought one because of the great deals himself. So does he speak with fork and tongue? I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe he just paid too much. Car dealers do hose their employees also. I mean, it's not unusual for car salespeople to have to pay the junk fees along with everybody else. He replied, said, I'd love to earn your business today. I'll go talk to my sales manager again. So round 2 of the games. I expressed my concern. Well, I thought we'd be much better off with the price. This is MSRP plus. So she thought she was going to get, I thought I was going to get the MSRP, but it's going to be plus, plus, plus. What happened to your online pricing? I pulled it up on my phone, showed him the essential pricing. I also pointed out it's a 2023, and as a customer, I'd expect some sort of discount. As I said earlier, this is a year-old car. He excused himself and went to speak with Jason, the manager, and he returned with a new sheet. Okay. Got a lot of sheets back there, folks. As long as you can last, they got sheets. You want to play the game, you can be there all day. And some people do. This one started off with a $2,792 discount from an MSRP, but all the add-ons were still there. This proposal netted out a real price of $44,980, which was still $700 over MSRP. Well, that was a pretty good drop, though. I said, well, this is a better price than the first one. I still don't think it's going to work. There are too many additional fees for things I don't even want or need. He assured me this is the best price they can do in order for him to get paid. The dealership to get paid, fill up with gas, and have the car detailed. I mean, that's ludicrous. He said, even I had to pay the add-ons and crap, he said, as well.
Wow, he acknowledged it was crap.
So,
That's good.
As I say that, I think about the FTC ruling in July, and that is certainly the promised land. Everything that just happened here would be illegal by the Federal Trade Commission Act, which is going into effect in July of 2024. So remember that, folks, when you're talking to your representatives in Congress. I thanked him but said I was hoping for a better out-the-door price, especially with it being a 2023. Of course, that's the way you should feel. Scott understood, shook my hand, said, let me know if you change your mind. He made no attempt to turn me over to a manager. He probably got scolded for that.
He will if they're listening today.
Yeah. I couldn't resist asking about the almost 2019 Ford GT.
I don't know why it says almost. That had been a typo.
About the 2019 Ford GT. That's a real hot rod looking car. And they're asking,
Yes.
I thought this was a misprint, but I guess not, $1,099,988. Interesting amount.
Well, they still use the 988 like they do with their regular pricing.
This must be like a collector or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
If you look online, there's several of them listed online right now
For that much?
about that price.
A million. Really?
They're
But listen
yeah,
to what
they're
he's,
they're a
this-
supercar.
Scott said they actually had it sold but the guy who was buying it wanted a warranty.
Not true. File that under things that never happened.
You know, let me tell you, if I sold a car for over $1 million, I think I'd take care of it for you.
Not only that, the guy doesn't.
I
want,
give you the warranty.
The guy doesn't want a warranty.
Right.
If you're buying a car for $1 million, you're not buying warranties.
So anyway, that's I don't want to prejudice the voting on this, but that's a classic. Let me use the word classic auto shop for 2023. Hopefully, things will change next year. You vote. Please vote on that on the curve, knowing there's no A's out there unless they're 1 out of 1 million, and we don't flunk people too easily either. We kind of steer toward the middle of the spectrum. So if it's an average car dealer, which is not a compliment, by the way, but if it's an average car dealer, then you give them a C. So please vote, and you can vote us. You can do your votes at 772-497-6530 or at earlstonecars Facebook.com/RolandCars or YouTube.com/RolandCars. Your votes will be counted. We'll announce them on the air.
Here they come. We have from Roadrunner, beep beep, a C for Sweetie. He says, "Have a safe and happy holiday." Beep beep. Oh, thanks, Roadrunner. From Jonathan in Palm Coast, Merry Christmas to all the wonderful people at Earl Stewart Toyota, at Earl and Cars. Too many sheets, too many add-ons, all the crap. Well, this dealership gets a C, which is, like we said, is not a compliment. Bob gives them a C for classic crap from Essential. And I'm in their neighborhood. I'm leaning towards the C, but I'm going for a C minus. I don't like the justifications with that's how I get paid, that's how we keep the lights on. And they had add-ons without an addendum. So that was a surprise at the desk. Agent Lightning should have been afforded the opportunity to turn around, get in her car, and leave if she saw an addendum on the lot. Instead, she was lured in. But she can't do that because she's a mystery shopper. But, a regular customer should be able to see an addendum and see it as a warning and leave.
I've got Joseph Kelleher, D minus, grading on the curve. Mark Anderson, grade C minus. Probably could keep working for a lower price. Just make sure you're not hungry when you get there. Pardon me. Tom Steckel, D minus. The Grinch that stole money. They're running out the clock for the next 7 months.
That's Rick doing his Grinch impersonation.
The salesman didn't tell her that he bought his Explorer at Mullinax.
But there's no fees at Mullinax.
Right. And Johnny Z. Fradley, ho, 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 oh no. No deal for me. C minus for coal in this dealer's stocking.
Oh, gosh.
Brian Sidlatko, I'll give Ford an essential F.
Very good.
Guy Larrabee, I'm a consistent, I hate junk fees. Again, a big fat F.
Okay.
Tim Gilliland, essential package. Please tell me it has nitrogen. C minus.
Probably. I'm on his side. I like the C minus.
Mark Smith, I give him a D. Mark Ryan, F. And that's not for Feliz Navidad. T-Cash, F for Ford fraud.
Why don't we just average all the YouTube grades, and that will be the official grade? I think there's enough data there to come up with a real thing.
For me, D.
D? Okay.
I feel like giving tougher grades out now with this CARS legislation combating auto retail scams that we're talking about. I mean, we're pretty close. July is almost here, July 2024.
Yeah.
And so a couple of weeks ago, I'd probably said a C. I'm going to do a C minus. I even considering a D, but I'll say a C minus.
Yeah.
Would be my score. Mrs.
Well, Miss Nancy is dressed appropriately for the role of grader right now.
Thank you, Stu.
By the way, that's really cool. By the way,
folks, I'll tell you what. As everyone knows, there's a lot of money to be made in the auto industry. I'm sure everyone will agree. But the junk fees, all the fees. I'm a little surprised there's not a nitrogen fee thrown in here. But what was more disgusting is the fact that, quote unquote, even I had to pay for the add-ons and crap as well. And for that, they deserve an F.
That's very true, because we, at our dealership, we sell cars to other salespeople from other dealerships because the other dealerships charge their own employees, salespeople, junk fees. So they buy a car from us because we will give them the car at our, out the door price without the junk fees.
Well, he could have been lying about that.
Huh?
He could have been lying about it.
Yeah, it could be.
They
yeah.
might have a great employee deal.
Absolutely. So, we haven't got any time, but one thing I did want to talk about quickly was I think maybe the theme of the show as we go forth into 2024 should be to call out politicians and find out whose side you're on. Do you support the cars, the combating auto retail scam, FTC rules, or not? And we'll start taking the legislating people from each state. We'll keep a record, maybe put it on our website and keep count. So you folks listening, we'll be talking to you as we approach July 2024 to who your representatives in Congress are supporting. Are they going with the Federal Trade Commission, or are you going with the National Automobile Dealers Association? So our website will come up with something on that.
Yeah. We could send a, like they do to candidates, just a position letter, questionnaire.
Exactly.
Great idea. Okay, folks. Well, Rick, did you have something real quick?
No, we're caught up and good.
Okay, great. Folks, thanks for joining us as you do every week. We'll be right back here next week at 8 a.m. Have a wonderful weekend and happy holidays to everyone.